Chapter 22. Light in a Dark World. "What happened next?" Olivia mused, captivated by the story. He let out a small but purposeful laugh.
"I didn't have to clean up what was left, that's for certain. We continued our torture sessions for another several months until the war came to a close. On paper, I had a lot to answer for. In reality, the only witness to my war crimes wouldn't testify against me. In fact, his testimony remains to this day in my favor."
Several others gathered around them who knew the instructor, and Tim finally took notice.
"After everything settled down, he came to me and asked why I treated him the way I did. It was the first time I believe in history that someone tried arguing up in how they were tortured as a POW. I still don't have an answer, but I want yours to be informed."
He eyed Gideon.
"I made a decision that he modeled.
He turned to Daniel.
For better or worse, it brought you all here.
He glanced at Havaliah.
It made me who I am now.
And finally set on Olivia.
And now I want you to make your own decisions. We may not have right or wrong in this world, but whatever mess on a napkin decided our borders and ethics, the ability to choose was not overlooked."
He rose to his feet and rested his hand on his rifle.
"At one time, this tool was used to make decisions that ended lives I still can't say for certain are worth valuing. Now it's in your hands, and you have the one advantage I never had. You know the truth beyond what your government has allowed you to know. I didn't have that option until reality forced the alternative upon me. This new experiment will reveal its consequences in time. What it means for the little ones, I will never know. I'm simply content to see all of you will be able to make your own decisions with all the information available to you."
They all looked down, some hardening themselves in determination, others in grief bordering on despair. To both, Dr. Timothy Nebo smiled.
"It's the best we have in this world. Make the most of it."
And with that, he left them alone. Conversation steadily began to rise as the crowd dispersed, leaving the group alone. After briefly opening another book and toying with the first page, Havaliah closed the cover and stood up. The others followed. "I think we got what we came for, don't you?" Olivia pointed behind her with a look that told her already who it was. "Are you ready for your next mission?" The instructor spoke, singling out Team Gold from the entrance to the library. Without a word, Olivia ran up to him and wrapped her arms around his waist. Her body mass was such that he didn't fear being toppled over, but the gesture still caught him off guard, especially given that her approach was so gentle. He looked back at her teammates while slowly bringing his hand up with uncertainty. To shoo her away or console her, he never ultimately came to a decision. Daniel simply laughed. "I think it's just cold in here." It was as good an explanation as any.